Hey folks, I want to do a quick video on how to get started with chickens. Chickens, I think, really easy to get going. So easy, the German Shepherd can do it. There's just a few things you're going to need to get started with chickens. You're going to obviously need the chicks, which you can pick up at your local feed store or maybe even some small hardware stores have them. And then to get them going, you're going to need a bin to put them in. So see, I have this bin right here. I put the dimensions down in the comments below. But it's, what is that, roughly 3 feet by 2 feet or so, maybe a little less. And then you need a heat lamp. Okay, so you need a special heat lamp that can handle the wattage of the bulbs. And then I use a red bulb so that I can turn off the lights for the room that they're in to give them some idea of daytime and nighttime. Put a white bulb in there. It's going to have to constantly be on to keep them warm, and they're going to have constant white light, so it's easier for them to sleep with the red light. Then you're going to need, obviously, food and water. Water is pretty easy to come by nowadays. And then the feed itself, I'm working on, they sell chick starter feed. So this is the one I have here, the 20% protein starter grower feed. And then you're going to need a little feeder, like that metal one. You can see the one chick, a couple chicks going at it right now. So you need a feeder and then a waterer, just like this. Now, these waterers usually have interchangeable bases. So they can act as both a feeder and a waterer, but you just need to have a different base. So that's a waterer base, and there's different styles of feeders. This is the one I like the most, and they come in different sizes, but that's about how big you'll need that one. So you don't need anything too big. And then some bedding. So I use like a pine shavings there. And again, wherever you pick up your chicks, they should be able to set you up with that. And then obviously something to hold up the heat lamp. So you can see I built this just piece of wood out of strapping, tie a piece of string to the heat lamp, and also kind of extra safety in case that string breaks for some reason and falls down in the middle of the night, doesn't start a fire. But that's about it. And then you want to be able to change out the shavings once in a while. So what I'll do is I'll shop vac them out, or at least get most of them out with the shop vac, and then I'll throw another layer down. Eventually, a bin like this, the chicks are going to start to be able to fly before they are ready to go outside. So consider some sort of covering on the top as well, either a screen or something like that. You can buy just a roll of window screen at your hardware store, and use that with like some binder clips or something on the side is what I use. You just kind of throw that over the top, and put a weight down, or put a board over the top, kind of with that screen down. One other thing I'll mention too is sometimes the chicks will get a little bit of poop on their vents or their butts where they poop and lay eggs from, and that can start to build up and can actually block their vent, which can actually cause them to die. So the way you prevent that is you put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in the water. So a little bit of apple cider vinegar in there, just like one capful basically for that much, maybe 1 or 2 capfuls for that much water. And that helps prevent that. If it does happen, you just have to keep an eye out, try to look at their vents for any type of buildup. And if you see it starting, just get a bowl of warm water and soak them in there for a little while, kind of hold them with their butts kind of in the water. You don't want to get them the whole body wet, but just the rear end. And because that poop gets really hard on there. So that'll soften it up, and then you can kind of pull it off. It might pull a couple of their little pin feathers or hairs off, but it's better than them getting actually sick and dying. So anyways, that's pretty straightforward. These chicks are about a week old or so. I just kind of cleaned out some of the shavings on one side, and I also rotate the heat lamp. The other comment about the heat lamp too, a lot of people with the heat lamps, they get really keyed up on the actual temperature inside the bin. And I think if you have a really small bin, that might be really important because you don't want them to overheat, but you don't want them to get too cold. So I set my heat lamp, I don't know what's that, about 18 inches off the surface of the bedding. And really what that is it gives them a chance to self-thermoregulate, right? So they can, if they get cold, they'll go underneath the heat lamp to warm up, and they'll come back out here, grab a drink of water, and run back again. But when I first had chicks, I got really obsessed over keeping this brooder the exact right temperature. And after they're about a day old or 2 days old, that doesn't really matter. They're smart enough and they're mobile enough to go in and out of the heat lamp when they feel they're cold, and or feel when they're too hot, they'll leave. So same idea as if they're in the wild, they'll follow their mother around and try to get underneath her when they get cold. And when if they're not cold, then they'll wander around and always staying close to their mother. So it's just kind of that heat lamp provides that opportunity for them to go in there and sleep. And as you can see, one of them's kind of warming up there, and a couple other ones over here. So, you know, different chickens, different, you know, different heat requirements. Anyways, that's just a quick video on how to get started with chicks. Super easy. I have other videos, so make sure to check my channel. I have a video of my coop and run setup, of how I set them up when they go outside, what that looks like. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Also, I'll have links to all this material here in the comment section below. If you're interested in buying any of this stuff, go ahead and click those links and check it out. That's all I have. So again, any questions, leave them in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.